fascinating facts about autumn. You never knew. Autumn, the season of golden leaves, pumpkin spice, and cozy nights. But there's so much more to fall than just pumpkin lattes and Instagram photos. Today, we're diving into some fascinating and sometimes surprising facts about autumn that will have you seeing this season in a whole new light. So grab a hot drink, cozy up, and let's jump into it. 1. Autumn leaves. Change color because of a lack of sunlight. Let's start with the showstopper of autumn, the leaves. Ever wonder why leaves change color in the fall? It's not magic, folks. When the days get shorter and there's less sunlight, trees stop producing chlorophyll, which is what gives leaves their green color. As the chlorophyll breaks down, the reds, oranges, and yellows underneath are revealed. Think of it as nature's final bow before the big freeze. 2. Squirrels aren't just stashing nuts. Randomly, squirrels have a reputation for being scatterbrained, but they're actually strategic little planners. During autumn, they collect and bury nuts to last them through the winter. But get this, they use something called spatial chunking. In other words, squirrels organize their nuts by type and size in specific locations so they can easily find their stash when the cold hits. It's like their own squirrel version of Marie Kondo. 3. Why do we call it fall? Have you ever wondered why we call it fall in the US, but it's mostly called autumn in other places? Well, before the 1600s, both terms were used interchangeably. The word fall comes from the phrase fall of the leaf, while autumn comes from the Latin word autumnus. When settlers moved to North America, fall just stuck around. Guess it was easier to say. The fall equinox in equal daylight autumn officially kicks off with the fall equinox, a day when the length of day and night are nearly equal. Equinox literally means equal night, and it happens twice a year, once in spring and once in autumn. After the equinox, the nights start getting longer, and that's when you really feel the season change. And yep, it's why we start pulling out the flannel. 5. Pumpkins are more than just for carving. Speaking of seasonal icons, did you know pumpkins aren't just for carving scary faces into? These squash have been grown in North America for over 5,000 years. They were originally used as a food source long before they became front and center in Halloween celebrations. Also, fun fact, the largest pumpkin ever grown weighed over 2,600 pounds. That's enough pumpkin pie to last you several Thanksgivings. 6. Why do we crave comfort foods in autumn? As soon as the weather cools down, don't you suddenly want mashed potatoes, pie, and mac and cheese? That's no coincidence. Our bodies naturally crave carbs during colder months because carbs help increase serotonin, the feel-good chemical in the brain. Plus, these warm, hearty dishes keep us fueled and cozy when temperatures drop. So yes, it's science. You're supposed to eat that extra slice of pie. 7. Fall is the best time to spot a meteor shower. If you're a stargazer, autumn is your season. The clear skies and cooler nights make it the perfect time for meteor showers. Two big ones to watch for are the Orionids in October and the Leonids in November. Grab a blanket, head out into the countryside, and prepare to have your mind blown by some shooting stars. 8. Birds migrate to escape the cold. Every autumn, millions of birds head south for the winter, fleeing the colder temperatures in search of food and warmer climates. But did you know some birds fly thousands of miles during migration? For example, the Arctic tern flies from the Arctic to the Antarctic, a whopping 25,000 miles each year. Imagine trying to beat that frequent flyer status. 9. Autumn babies tend to be more athletic. Believe it or not, studies have shown that babies born in the autumn months are statistically more likely to grow up to be athletes. This could be due to the age cutoffs for school sports, giving them a slight physical advantage. So if you're an autumn baby, maybe those pro-athlete dreams aren't so far-fetched. 10. Fall foliage is big business. Did you know that leaf peeping is an actual thing? Every year, thousands of tourists flock to places like New England just to see the fall colors. The changing foliage brings in billions of dollars in tourism revenue annually, with people traveling far and wide to witness nature's colorful finale. It's basically nature's version of a fireworks show, minus the loud bangs. 11. Why do some trees stay green? Ever notice that while most trees shed their leaves in autumn, some stay green all year round? Pine, fir, and spruce trees are called evergreens for a reason. These trees have special leaves or needles that are covered in a waxy coating, which helps them conserve water during the cold months. They've basically evolved to give winter the cold shoulder. 12. The harvest moon. The harvest moon is the full moon closest to the autumn equinox, and it's known for being bigger, brighter, and more orange than other full moons. Before electricity, farmers used this extra light to harvest their crops late into the night. Today, we just use it as an excuse to take cool pictures for Instagram. 13. The science behind that crisp autumn smell. You know that distinct smell of autumn? That crisp, earthy scent in the air? Turns out, it's the smell of leaves breaking down. As leaves decompose, they release organic compounds like geosmin, which gives off that fresh, slightly sweet smell. So every time you take a deep breath of fall air, you're actually smelling nature's recycling process. Weird, right? 14. Autumn affects animals' sleep schedules. As autumn rolls in, many animals start preparing for winter hibernation. Bears, for example, go into a state called hyperphagia, where they eat nonstop to pack on fat for the long winter sleep. Hedgehogs and squirrels, on the other hand, just enter a lighter form of hibernation. Let's face it, hibernating through the winter sounds like a great idea. Who's with me? 15. The longest fall season on record. In 2017, the eastern U.S. experienced its longest autumn season on record due to unusually warm temperatures that lasted into November. The delayed arrival of winter allowed trees to keep their leaves much longer than usual. So, if you thought fall was dragging on that year, you weren't wrong. It was nature's way of giving us a bonus round of pumpkin spice lattes. 16. Autumn is a time of festivals around the world. From Oktoberfest in Germany to Thanksgiving in the United States, autumn is full of celebrations. Many of these festivals have their roots in ancient harvest traditions, where people would come together to celebrate the bounty of their crops. Today, we just use it as an excuse to eat way too much food and drink our weight in cider. No complaints here. 17. The magic of fall light. Ever notice how everything looks a little more magical in the fall? That's because the sun sits lower in the sky, creating a softer, more golden light. It's basically the perfect natural filter, and it's why photographers love autumn. So, if your selfies look extra good this season, you can thank Mother Nature. And there you have it. Autumn is more than just a season of sweaters and pumpkins. From the science behind the changing leaves to ancient harvest festivals, fall is full of fascinating facts. So, which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, enjoy those cozy autumn vibes.